Om Swastiastu. Good afternoon, Mr. Ramendra, and all of my friends in for a class. In a special occasion, I would like to present my topic. It is about inference and also conversational implicatures regarding to the course of introductions to pragmatic and semantic. But first of all, I would like to say apologize for the inconvenience in the previous meeting because I have a connection trouble during the presentation so that I can't do my presentations properly. So in order to change the inconvenience, I would like to represent again my topic. It is about inference and conversational indicators. Well, without any further ado, I would like to start my presentations with what is inference actually. So as you can see on the slide, what is inference? So inference can be stated in the three statements. The first one is connecting prior knowledge to the text, and then we can say that inference is the process of reaching a conclusions, and also we can say that inference is the listener make inference about what is said. So um, if we conclude what is inference is, we can conclude that the speaker or writer will make a reference while the listener or reader will make an inference. So ladies and gentlemen, we can begin our examples of inference with anaphora. As described above, this is a special subtype of co-reference. Referential relations between expressions where they both refer to the same entity. There are many types of co-reference, such as nominal, independent nominal, and anaphoric pronoun. So in Indonesia, we know that co-reference ends with makna tersurat atau makna eksplisit. So let me start with nominal co-reference. The example is, I fell down a hole yesterday. The hole was very deep. So in this case, the nominal is the hole, where the hole is the bookworm. And then for the independent nominal, the example is, I saw your brother this morning. The old fool still doesn't recognize me. So in this case, the independent nominal is the old fool. And for the last, we have anaphoric pronoun. The example is, I trod on a slug this morning. It died. So according to this example, the anaphoric pronoun is it. And I would like to continue my explanations further. So there are other inferential links routinely made between sentences. Some have been called bridging inferences. So as you can see on the slide, this is the example of bridging inferences that states or cited by Clark 1977. So here I have four examples in the form of sentences. So the first example is, I looked into the room. The ceiling was very high. The second example is, I walked into the room. The windows look out to the bay. The third example is, I walked into the room. The candeliers spark brightly. And the last one is, John went walking out at noon. The park was beautiful. So in each of these examples, the nominal in bold occurs with a divided article, showing that it is showing that the speaker assumes that reference is accessible to the listener. Well, the answer seems to be that the listener make a bridging inference which links the nominal to the preceding sentence and creates coherence. So in this example, ladies and gentlemen, the basis for the inference seems to be background knowledge, as knowledge. People know that rooms is usually have ceilings, commonly have windows, or maybe have a candeliers, and that one of the conventional places to go for a walk is in the park. Okay, so as you can see on the slide, ladies and gentlemen, I have also another examples of inference. The first one in the form of sentence, and the second one is in the form of dialogue. So let me start in the form of sentence. I have a sentence here. So the sentence is, I left early. I had a train to catch. So according to the sentence, the inference is the speakers left because of having to catch the train. And what about in the form of dialogue? Here I have A and B. A said that, did you give Mary the money? And then the B replied, I'm waiting for her now. So according to this example, we can conclude that the inference is B didn't give Mary the money. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now I would like to explain you about what is conversational implicatures. So as you can see on the slide, in pragmatics context, conversational implicator is an indirect or implicit speech act. What is meant by speaker's utterance that is not part of what is explicitly said. In a simple way, it is the antonym or opposite of explicator, which is an explicitly communicated assumption. Yeah, as you can see on the slide, conversational implicators are pragmatic inferences. Unlike entitlements and presuppositions, they are not tied to the particular words and phrases in an utterance, but arise instead from contextual factors and the understanding that convention are observed in conversation. So the theory of conversational implicators is attributed to Paul Herbert Greece, who observed that in conversation, what is mean often goes beyond what is said and that this additional meaning is inferred and predictable. So for example, John ate some of the cookies. What does it mean? This sentence is expresses the prepositions that John ate a portion of cookies, and it's true just in case it corresponds to the outside word. Intuitively, all of the cookies still constitutes a portions of the cookies. So this sentence is true even if the outside word John ate all of the cookies. Next, I have a Greece theory of conversational implicators. So Greece proposed that participants in the communicative exchange are guided by a principle that determines the way in which language is used with maximum efficiency and effect to achieve rational communications. Well, he called it at the cooperative principle. So the cooperative principle says that make your conversational contributions such as is required at the stage at which it occurs by the accepted purpose or directions of the talk exchange in which you are engaged. So this cooperative principle is an umbrella term for 9 components to guide how we communicate. So these 9 components are grouped into 4 categories that it's called maxim of conversation. The maxim of conversation consists of maxim of quality, maxim of quantity, maxim of relation, and maxim of manner. So let's start with maxim of quality. In the maxim of quality, we do not say what we believe to be false, and then do not say to for which we lack adequate evidence. On the other hand, in the maxim of quantity, we have to make our contributions as informative as is required, and then do not make our contributions more informative than is required. And for the maximum of relations, we have to be relevant. And the last, in the maximum of manner, we have to avoid obscurity of expressions, avoid ambiguity, be brief, and be orderly. All right, to make your comprehension more better than before about inference and conversational implicators, I would like to explain you 2 examples of conversational implicators. So the first example is John has 2 PhDs. In this context, I believe that John has 2 PhDs and I have adequate evidence to that he has. And for the second example, it is, does your farm contain 400 acres? So in this context, it means that I do know that your farm does contain 400 acres, and I want to know if it does. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all about my presentations regarding to inference and conversational implicators. I hope all of my explanations can be understood clearly, and I would like to say apologize if there are some mistake. See you in another presentations. Have a good day and take care, everyone. Goodbye. Thank you.